So hi everyone, welcome to this week's AMA. Maybe some new faces here, maybe some old faces. I see a lot of regular people here. It's always good to see you. I apologize in advance for maybe a little bit of lack of energy. Barely got any sleep. Came back home from Singapore. For those who don't know, I attended MetaJam Asia yesterday. It's just a crypto slash NFT conference across a couple of days. Yesterday in Singapore, I was on the final and most popular panel of the first day. It was a good experience. I was just there to represent SVS. And yeah, it was good. Got to talk to a bunch of the local community and meet a bunch of other founders and stuff like that. And on that note, I think we'll begin. So, we hope you have had all a great week since the last AMA. We have had quite a lot happen from our real life merge claim to a chalice minting process. It has been quite the interesting and eventful week for SVS. So we hope and plan to have many more weeks like this where the good news just keep rolling in. And on that note, I think T can begin with this week's updates.
Yes, hello everyone. Yeah, we it's been a pretty busy period, and I mean it's not slowing down anytime soon. This next week is also pretty packed. So for those of you guys who know, we had our Web3 Wear exclusive claim this week for anybody who has a perfect pair coffin. And we've gotten a lot of orders over the past few weeks. You guys can go to the website, and if you have a coffin, you can claim either a perfect pair pack, which includes a sticker, a pin, and a patch, or you can claim a plushie if you have a tier 2 or 3 coffin. Um, those are still up, and we've gotten a lot of orders, but we've decided to still extend the claim period for another week, just to accommodate for anybody who may have not seen the announcements or missed it. So you do have another week to go ahead and claim. We did post an announcement yesterday saying that if you had any issues, or we're having issues claiming multiple or whatever it be, to please email LIFO. So the email, or not LIFO, Web3ware. So the email is in the announcements, and all the info you need is there. So please refer to that and get to them. If we do discover any issues, we will make additional announcements. But yeah, guys, make sure to get your plushies. So far, Freddie's claimed about 7 of them. I heard he's going to have an exclusive plushie party. So if you want to go to the plushie party, you're going to have to claim a plushie. And this is going to be the only time that you're ever going to be able to do that. And also, we do have a Thrall and 2D little infomercial coming out this week for the plushies. So it's going to be exciting item. Make sure to get yours before they're gone and we can't get them again.
Shit, I was muted. Plushie. Okay, so yeah, once they're gone forever. Forever and ever and ever. Just remember that. Where do I claim these? We shall attend to these a little bit later in the questions section. Hello, Hijack. Before I continue with the updates, Hijack's mad cunt. Man bought like 30 champagnes. Okay, next update is on the Nifty Slab Live. So as with the Plushie, Tier 2 and Tier 3 coffins are now able to claim their Nifty slabs. So in case you guys don't know, this is like a physical slab version of like a vamp. If you guys know Pokemon or other kind of trading cards, it's similar to like a PSA card, that kind of concept. It looks very cool, very nice. Yes. So to note, you can choose between either the limited edition massive throw pillow or the Nifty slab. Another important aspect to remember is that we will be having a general sale after for these slabs. So if you want to collect both, I would highly suggest just claiming the plushie and then purchasing the slab during the open sale. So this would be the best way to go about actually getting both of these items, right? So yeah. So the claiming process will send you a code within 48 hours. So we can ensure that you haven't already gotten a plushie and are trying to be sneaky little vampire to get two for free. So just kind of keep it on brand. That you're only allowed to claim one, and that one should probably be the plushie, and then you can buy the slab later on. I think that would be would be easiest, right? Personally, Plushie is super cool as well. So yes, next update, please, Rion.
Yes, so the next update is on the Champagne. Just an overview of what happened the last few days with the claim. Obviously, as many of you know, we didn't actually make it to the Wave 3, which was where a lot of people were hoping to get more than one chalice, although we are still quite happy with how it worked out. On the first wave, 750 holders from 2021 were able to secure their chalice, and then the next 550, bringing the total to 1,300 chalices, went within the first hour on Wave 2. So we do apologise if anyone missed out, although it did seem like an overwhelming majority were at least able to get one or two chalices, which is how we wanted it to work out. Our main thing was making sure the original holders got their chalices, which it seems they did on the first wave, with many people being able to secure a second, and then I even seen some Vampresses and bat holders able to get their champagne on the second wave as well, which we're happy about. So obviously now that 1,300 chalices have been minted, there'll never be any more chalices, which means there'll be no other ways to directly guarantee yourself a bottle of champagne, apart from purchasing a chalice on OpenSea on the secondary market. Obviously, one chalice is one guaranteed bottle. There's going to be no sort of time scale on this, so you'll be able to purchase a chalice at any time on OpenSea. If you do want to guarantee yourself a bottle. Obviously, there are also only 1,300 chalices, but 1,500 bottles of champagne, which does mean we do have quite a lot left over. We did want to keep some of these back because we've got some future plans for them, including for our future events. I know the USA people, especially, weren't able to get tasted in June at our event. We weren't able to get the champagne there, so next time we do have an event in the US, we want to be able to get some bottles over there so that people can taste it there as well. And then also we do plan to do quite a lot of giveaways as well, so if you did miss out on a bottle or you want to get your hands on another bottle, we will be doing over the next week or so a giveaway so that people can get a bottle in their hands as well, even if you don't have a chalice. On the side of the burn and the claim, to be able to actually get the champagne in your hands. That's going to be coming later this week. We're just finalising the Shopify site for you to be able to purchase the champagne along with the burning mechanism. So that will definitely be coming this week before the weekend. And then starting next week will be when the champagne starts shipping out. We do have a few more questions about this, which we'll get to later in the AMA, because we've noted a few down from the lair over the last few days. But it is next week that the champagne will start shipping, so we want to allow people to start ordering it this weekend, so it can be shipped out early next week, and then people can have it as soon as possible.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Rion. Okay. So the last update, before we go on to questions, Thrall, are we having some lovely words from you after my next update? I assume we would be.
I'll see how I feel.
Oh,
No, I can.
oh,
I got
lovely,
a
lovely.
story about the potato update.
Ah, okay, perfect. Okay, so last update. This is gonna sound. I swear I'm not some pretentious little dog that's speaking in third person. This was written by Big Daddy Thrall. So for the final note, we just want to congratulate 2D on knocking it out of the park on the panel while he was speaking. This is regarding me attending MetaJam Asia yesterday. On behalf of SVS, with his iconic voice, yes, this is very true. Impressive knowledge, also very true, and candid honesty about all things crypto. He was one of the standout speakers this time around. This is actually the case every time around. I am a magnificent speaker and shall set the precedent for young founders these days. Although I'm not that young, I'm 27. So we have requested footage and recordings, and they should be provided to us, and we will pass them along to you, and maybe some star clips on Twitter too. Okay, so this is my first time hearing about this. We will be getting recordings and footage of the panel and the whole event after the event has concluded, which I think will be on Thursday or Friday. I've already spoken to the event organizers and the founders and stuff like that. So it's going to be a bit interesting to see me being posted everywhere. But I do have a couple of videos and a couple of photos from the actual event. So I brought my girlfriend with me, obviously. I brought Mrs. 2D with me, and she took a couple of pictures, couple of photos, and it was interesting. I was also probably the most I was the only man in shorts and a t-shirt up on stage. So the photo of me on the panel is a little bit funny. Not sure if I should send it to the chat or not. But you want to hear a funny story, you guys, or Ryan? No, I'm not sending that selfie, Ryan, you fucker. I have like a WhatsApp group, local WhatsApp crypto group, and there was somebody from the local group who kind of knew who I was and knew that I was speaking at MetaJam. And after the event, I checked my phone and I saw a text from this random guy saying, "I see you." There's a photo of me up on the stage. This dude dipped straight after, so that was a little bit interesting. But besides that, it turned out he was just a friend. You want to see a photo of me looking very interesting up on stage? I'm definitely not dressed for the occasion, and my eyes are closed. But let me send it. With the least professionally dressed man, but it is a very hot country, unfortunately. Oh yes, look, thank you, man. Thank you. So it was a pretty cool panel. We only had 45 minutes, as all of them had 45 minutes to speak. But I, did my best to cover most things SVS. I had quite a lot of questions directed to me, and I guess we will go speak more about it later on during the questions part, I guess, right? Oh, look at all these compliments. Those are shorts, I am a tall, bigger guy, so these chairs were so fucking uncomfortable. I'm not even gonna lie to you, my friends. They had like no backrest and shit, So like I was like semi-dying on the back there, sitting for 45 minutes. But yes, thank you for the compliment on the tattoos. Yes, that is the case, Rick. You think they do that on purpose, Thrall? I think, okay, that makes sense. It's very tiring though. Fucking hell, you know. There's like almost no backrest, right? So it like just goes to like your ass and that's it. Yeah, me and all the homies hate those chairs. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. I'll speak more about the event later on during the question section. I think Big Daddy Thrall can go through some some statements, some nice speech before we go on. Thank you for the kind words to everyone. Hopefully you guys enjoy the speech, not to say speech, but some of my answers to some of these questions up on the panel. It was a good time. I really enjoyed myself, and I hope I, did all you guys proud. We will be attending another event next month in Bali, which I think personally is, I think it's a much bigger event. There will be some large names attending those, and I'll be on a panel with some pretty big NFT space. I was kind of not sure if I meant to tell you, but I was told that I would be on a panel with OpenSea, some OpenSea reps, and some other people in Bali. So that should be pretty interesting and pretty exciting. But yeah, I hope make you guys proud, and we can keep representing SVS on the biggest stage, especially to these other investors. Oh, R.I.P. Nate. Okay, yeah.
Hi there, pals. I hope everyone's having a good day. I don't have much to update on other than my dad's potato saga. He is recovering well, but sadly, his potato is now rotting, and I don't know what he plans to do with it, but he called me pretty upset. So we may have to fund a replacement, a cloning technology, if you will, to get him his potato back. Other than that, looking at the picture of 2D, I can confidently say he would beat me up in a fight, which is upsetting, but I'm not a very strong man myself. And then more so on the blood bank itself and the proposals, we recently had, I think it was MJM's proposal go through. And as we said last time, it has quite a bit in there. So it's hard for us to just blindly accept it as is. So right now the team is going through the portions that would work and the portions that wouldn't work to come up with the best comprehensive strategy going forward with it, because it surely had some great ideas, but at the same time, it had a lot of ideas. Beyond that, I'll keep you posted as per usual on any developments with any of our proposals. And if you want to discuss any of them or brainstorm anything with me, please just tag me in proposal discussion. I check it daily as well, so you don't have to tag me. And the last thing is, I didn't know this. This was a surprise for me. But all the proceeds from the champagne are going back into the blood bank. So I think that's really awesome. And I'm just really happy to see that, we're spending money But really, ultimately, it's just going back into the community pot, and we're getting an incredible champagne as well as a bottle, memento, just something really awesome. And I really appreciate it myself. And yeah, oh yeah, MGM, absolutely. And there's some great ideas to consider, and so that's exactly what we're doing. It is important for a clear long-term plan. I agree. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. I don't have much more to say. I have to go pour my brining solution over my cucumbers to turn them into pickles.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Big Daddy Thrall. I think on that note, we just go on to the questions, right? Unless there's something else, T.
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
Yep.
Oh, 2D versus Thrall fight for charity. I'm down. You down, Thrall? Let's give it a good old scrap. The winner gets 10K, my friend. You don't get paid 10K to fight me.
Oh yeah.
Freddie, the
So
commentator.
about that, I will not be doing this.
Oh, how unfortunate.
I'll split it
Okay,
with you. We can fix the fight.
Maybe Freddie will do it.
Yeah, this
Freddie
sounds
can be
good.
the
Yeah,
stand-in.
fucking hell. Freddie's got a different opponent. It's called cardiac arrest. Okay, so the first question is Ryan. For Ryan, I missed out on champagne this week. It's now sold out. How do I get a bottle?
Well, unfortunately, if you missed out, as we mentioned earlier with the champagne, the only way now to guarantee a bottle is going to be to purchase a chalice on OpenSea. Obviously, once they get burnt, the supply is going to go down, which leads to a lot of speculation. I've seen a lot of people in the lair that the price is going to go up on OpenSea, obviously, as the supply goes down. I did see MJM mention in the chat the other day, which is a very good suggestion, on us trying to make it as clear as possible exactly how many chalices are left. Obviously, once they're burnt, the supply is going to go down, but that doesn't translate along very well to OpenSea. So we do definitely want to make a way for both the chalices and the bats that are being devoured for it to be seen exactly what the supply is as they do get burnt. But yeah, the only way to guarantee yourself a bottle is going to be to purchase a chalice off OpenSea. Aside from that, we do have about 100 or so bottles that we will be giving away. Obviously, there's 200 left over, so about 100 or so have been either used at events so far or will be used at events in the future, and then the other 100 or so will be used for giveaways. So obviously, if you can't purchase a chalice or don't want to purchase a chalice, there is a small chance that you'll be able to get one in a giveaway, but the only way to guarantee yourself one will be to purchase a chalice off OpenSea.
Yes. So if you follow a man like Hijack, if you're listening, just follow his way, you know? Man like Hijack just bought like 30 of OpenSea. So if you want them, you can go get them that way, you know? We need to fight challenge other projects. I will proudly represent SVS in hand-to-hand combat crisis. Go find me an opponent and we can make it happen. Didn't they do that shit last year in Dubai? Crypto boxing or something, you know? Find me some skinny twerp and I'll snap him in half for the boys. Okay. So, next question's for me, right?
The next question is, I've been having trouble claiming my plushie. The 7 days of the claim are now over. Is there any way I will still be able to get the plushie?
So the answer is no, the 7-day claim for the Plushie is not over. We will be extending this by 1 week. So this will be 7 days, 1 week. Has everyone got that? Could someone type how long it'll be extended for in the chat so I know? Perfect, John 676. You win 1 blood. Yeah, so it'll end next week on the 3rd. Everyone got that? 7 days, yeah. 1 week, yeah? On the 3rd. Alright, nice. Class is paying attention today. When Karate Vamp when you need him? Yeah, good question. Okay, next question is, when will the champagne purchase actually be live?
Yeah, so we actually wrote this question down earlier because we've seen it in the lair of the last few days, and we did address it earlier. We don't actually have the exact day this week that it's going to be live. Like I mentioned earlier, we're just finishing off both the burning process and the Shopify site for you to be able to actually purchase a champagne. However, it will be live this week, so obviously close to the weekend, maybe Friday or Saturday, is when the site will be live and you'll be able to get your orders in, and then the champagne will start shipping out from Monday and Tuesday next week. So hopefully, obviously depending on where you are in the world, the champagne's actually shipping from the Netherlands. So people in Europe will be receiving it slightly faster than people overseas, but it will be shipping out early next week. So if you want to secure your bottle, get the order in as soon as possible after the site goes live, and then they'll start shipping out early next week.
Perfect. So informative. Thank you, Rion.
The next question is going to be, is there any way that we will be able to get a plushie if we only got a tier 1 coffin? It's not very fair because the tiers were randomly assigned, so is there no way we'll be able to get a plushie if we weren't randomly assigned a tier 2 or 3 coffin?
Yeah, so life is unfair in that. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. So, with the plushies, if there are any left, which they are looking like there will be some left, I think for sure. If there are any left after the claim, we will definitely be considering, and it's a top priority to see how we can distribute slash sell slash make these balance plushies available to the rest of you vamps, right? So basically, yeah, that's the case, right? If there are any left, we're going to just be, you know, trying to see how we can make that available to you guys, right? Because obviously we know that it depends on the tiers and stuff like that, and not everyone was given the same tier and it was randomized and stuff like that. So definitely that would be the case. And I actually thought I am not bot. I was a bot this whole time with the SVS plushie. Holy shit.
I
That
think we
is
have to make sure he gets a plushie at this point.
In it. I think I'm not bot. We shall give you a plushie for free. Or have you already claimed it? You look to me like you are you
It looks like
what
he's trying to place a bid on one.
in it? Are
You
you
get us a
eligible?
little
I'm not
plushie.
bot. Only 40 chalices for sale under 1 ETH. Floor
I think
is
it's time for
lava.
Hijack to sweep another 40 chalices. Or
In
maybe
it.
Freddy
Oh,
can reach that.
you only have tier ones. Okay, I'm not bot. Can you just like just DMT and then we'll arrange for one to be gifted to him. What do you think, Ryan and
I
T?
think we have to at this point. I think we also have to make
Perfect.
sure that Mars doesn't get one, but that's just
I
personal
definitely
opinion.
agree. I
Well, if
agree.
I'm not bot can send me a friend request, we can do it.
Yeah,
So
Mars
that
can
hasn't
get a
been about.
shampoo. Mars can get a shampoo bottle instead. Okay, so the next question. Where am I? Next question for Ryan is: if I order right away, how long after ordering will I get my champagne?
Oh, I seem to keep getting the questions that I already said. I must be reading ahead and then seeing. But depending on where you are in the world, obviously depends on how fast you'll get it. They are going to be shipped with a DHL Express, which means to most countries in the world it'll only be 1 or 2 days shipping. Obviously, this we wanted to make sure people get it in their hands as soon as possible. After ordering, because we know many people have been waiting quite a lot of months already, so we didn't want to use some slow shipping where there were chances of it getting lost or stuck at customs and things like that. So it will be shipped with DHL Express, which is overnight to quite a lot of countries and only a few days to everywhere else. So if you do get your orders in almost as soon as the site goes live at the weekend, they'll be shipped early next week, and you should even receive it, towards the end of the week or the following week. So hopefully people will be able to get it in their hands as soon as possible after ordering.
Yeah, perfect. So elongated and so bullish. So wow, yeah, DHL Express. So if you feel like you want to get hammered, just order the buy your champagne ASAP and get wasted the next day, Ryan style. And no, Edwulf, I shall not be crushing you with my thighs. That is an absurd sentence. But Freddy will, I heard. Okay, what's the next question, Ryan? Oh, next question's for T. I'm gonna ask T this. How do I select how many NiftySlabs I want to claim?
You don't have to select. You simply just go to the dashboard, which I believe it should be ready now. Freddie, you didn't confirm, but you go to the dashboard and you should be able to just claim there. And we'll automatically give you however many you qualify for minus, the plushies you've claimed. So please claim your plushie before you go and claim your Nifty Slab in order to just ensure everything goes smoothly.
Yes. Freddie, can you give a comment about what T mentioned about the claim and the website and things along those lines?
Yep, what he said is true. Should be live.
Is it ready?
Yep.
Oh,
Thank
perfect.
you, Freddie, for the detailed response.
Amazing, really. Do you guys know that Freddy does these AMAs out of bed? Do you guys think he should
No.
switch on his camera so we can get a
This
little,
is
little
my
show? Ah, yeah. So he can reach his bed from his. He can reach his mouse
Must be
from his
nice to
bed.
have a wireless mouse.
I know, I know. It must be nice.
That stays on
The
the nightstand.
aggressive mouse tapping. Yeah. Okay. Next question, please, Ryan. Did you know Freddy locks his room doors when his friends come
Oh
over?
my
Yeah,
god.
what's the next question, Ryan?
Do we tell that story? No, maybe another time. The next.
That's for you, isn't it?
No,
Not
it
for
makes
me.
sense.
What do you think, Fred?
What is
I
happening?
think we should do cam on AMAs. At least that shit's never happening. I don't have a camera on this computer. You can't let them spy on you, my friend, you know?
Okay, so the next question is, will there ever be more champagne, or is this it now? Am I better off trying to buy a bottle of this from OpenSea, or will there be other chances for champagne down the line?
So essentially these 1500 bottles or this first edition will be the only 1500 that there will ever be of this like collector's edition V1 champagne, right? So as you guys know, this champagne stuff has been something that we've been working on for a long, long, long time, and it's so nice to see it finally come to fruition. But these 1500, kind of like you could see it as like a Genesis champagne, version 1 champagne, is the only 1500 that will ever be. So I would say that if you guys, want a bottle, just buy off OpenSea, right? That would be the best way. Like Hijack was doing this, just set the best example. Really, he bought like 30, I think, right? So who knows? If the demand is there, we definitely will be releasing other versions and of the champagne and decide how accessible we want to make it, right? Oh, Hijack 20, yeah, easy. What a king. So, who knows what other versions there may be in the future, right? Who knows? We have some plans. Um, who knows? Maybe we'll sell them in some clubs or some stores. We do actually plan to explore. The possibility or options of selling a different version of SVS Champagne to some retail outlets. So this is something that we're trying to explore and see how we can do right now. So it'd be cool. Maybe you see SVS Champagne in the biggest club in Miami or something in it. How mad would that be? Very bullish, I think. Top Keck, your statement actually got 10 reacts. I saw it happen live while Fred was frantically removing them. So please post accordingly. We shall wait for the next question.
Are we waiting for the picture of the question?
Oh, I was waiting for the picture, but I've been let down by Daddy Top Kick. Okay, next question, Ryan, is I noticed there wasn't a blood shop restock last week. When? When
did you ask? Or
Oh, okay, Luke.
So obviously, as most people know, the blood shop usually restocks in alternate weeks with the blood bags. Obviously, the blood bags will always be on the 1st and 15th of the month, no fail. And then our plan is that the blood shop will usually restock in between then, around the 7th or the 8th of the month, and then around the sort of 23rd of the month as well. Obviously, last week was quite busy with the champagne, as that was the day that the champagne started being released, so there wasn't actually a blood shop restock. We did plan to release it a couple of days later, but then we decided that we would rather wait until the next blood shop restock, as we did last time we missed one, and then almost double up on the prizes. So obviously this is one point we did want to bring up, especially during these market conditions, on whether the blood shops will be exactly around the 7th or the 8th of the month and then the 23rd of the month. Obviously we're going to be able to communicate in the announcements long before the blood shop restocks happen. I know a lot of people were happy with the way it happened last time with the waves as well, with having 2 different waves with 2 different lots of prizes, so that depending on what country or what region you're in, one of the waves might be more accessible to you. So going forward on the blood shop, this is what we're going to do. We will make sure to try and accommodate it to as many people as possible, but at the same time there may be weeks such as last week where we do miss the blood shop restock. This is one thing that we were thinking since the beginning of the Blood Shop, because we noticed other projects have had similar shops like this, where obviously when they brought out the store and you were able to purchase NFTs and open crates and things like that within the shop and get whitelists, etc. from that, it seemed that they're in abundance at the beginning, but then after a few weeks and a few months, it seems like their shops never get restocked, and then obviously people are stuck with their token and nothing to spend it on. And this is definitely something we wanted to avoid with the Blood Shop, trying to make it as regular as possible, which is why we originally said that it was going to happen every 2 weeks without fail. However, obviously, a lot of people can consider within this market, it just wouldn't be sustainable for us to be giving out 5 or 10 ETH of prizes every 2 weeks. We also have to strike a balance between the blood bank, the sort of funds, along with what we're also spending it on, with people putting in DAO votes in the snapshot. So as much as we would like to be as consistent as possible with the blood shop, we do also have to strike a balance with the sort of prizes we can give. I know a lot of people were having fulfillment issues at first. However, most of those seem to be fixed as well. I know there might be a couple of outstanding prizes that we will be getting to, but our number one priority as well is making sure that everything is fulfilled up to now before we do restock the blood shop. So there won't be a restock this week where this restock would have been, but there will be a restock around the 7th or 8th of August when the next restock would be.
Perfect. Couldn't have said it any better myself, honestly. That's why Ryan is the man for the job and 2D is man for the other jobs, you know?
So the next question is back about the Singapore event. I think there's two similar questions, so I'll say them both at once, which is, what was the Singapore event like and what did you speak about during the panel?
So the Singapore event was actually very nice. It was interesting. They rented like a whole event space. It was a bit small, but it was streamed for everyone. So essentially, they just had multiple panels throughout the day. And I was put on the final panel of the first day, aka the most popular panel, because I am tall and I am handsome, and SVS is the best project ever. So essentially, it was just pretty good. I was grouped up with 2 other people and a moderator. One of them was head of growth for a DeFi project, I think, and the other one was another NFC project. But yeah, it was exciting. It was good to meet a bunch of people. It was good, honestly. It was a cool experience. It was my first time. I'm pretty comfortable speaking, right? Especially like online in this setting. I speak to you guys every week. I've done a ton of Twitter spaces, podcasts, and stuff like that.
I'm not. That's
But
why
in
Thrall had
person,
to speak in New York. Thank you, Thrall.
yes. And you were up on stage with me at least in London when I gave the big speech. So, although they didn't see us shitting ourselves behind the curtain as it opened up, but it was good. It was a good experience. A little bit nerve-wracking at first. There was maybe 20, 30 people that were in there watching. But yeah, once man like 2D got down with the flow, it was perfect, right? What violation did I perform, sir? Oh, Mrs. 2D. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Oh, the eyeliner. Yeah. So it was good. It was good. It was cool to meet a bunch of other founders and other people in the community and other people who are interested in NFTs and in crypto in general. I tried to give them a pretty good perspective, on how things work around here. As you guys know, we've been around for quite a while. Should I just answer the next question with this, Ryan? What I speak about. So I spoke about just SVS as a whole. And just they had some questions about community building and how things work in the NFT space. And then on the closing note, I just gave some general advice and I was just honest with them, and they were talking about the bear market and stuff like that. And I do have some videos which Mrs. 2D recorded of me speaking, but as I mentioned, I've already requested the full footage from the stream and stuff like that. So once we get that, I assume there will be some videos and some content being made, which will be a bit interesting to see myself being posted on the internet, full brown face in glory. But yeah. It was cool. I was meant to meet some of my other friends who I've known from the crypto space before they've got a bit big. Takoa was meant to be there, one of my good friends. I think he got COVID, so he couldn't show up. How unfortunate. Singapore is a very strict country, but yeah. It's a 3-day event. Unfortunately, I could not stay for all 3 days and network and meet with some of the other founders. I have some stuff to attend to back home. But then we have the Bali. Oh, you promised everyone you wouldn't tweet about today. Oh, so sweet. How nice. Yeah, so there is Bali event happening next month, which will be 25th and 26th of August. That's quite a big event as well. There'll be quite a lot of big names and crypto names. So if any of you guys are actually going to be attending the Bali event, do let us know, or we'll be in Bali. But we will be posting up some stuff this week, Thrall and T, with discount code for you guys if you want to purchase your ticket for the Bali event. And I hope you guys come. If any of you are within the area, make a stop and come hang out and meet us in Bali, because my trusty partner in crime, Ryan, will be there with me, to say the very least, alongside Fred. So it's going to be a great old time. Yes. So last question is, any other real life events planned? ? Any hints towards a Halloween party?
Yeah, so we are planning a few events. We have had a few talks about especially the locations that we want. I know a few people have mentioned in the chat as well, because we did say last week that we were going to put out an event feedback form, not only for the people who attended either the New York or London event to get their thoughts and feedback, but also so people could suggest what locations would suit them the best. So we have been considering where our next events can be, to make it accessible to as most people as possible. However, if not before, one of the main ones that a lot of people know about is especially vampire-themed Halloween event. So that's definitely our main consideration, that if we do not get to do an event before Halloween, that will definitely be one there. But one of our main considerations, again, is the location. So we will definitely make sure to get this form out. I know it's quite late now, that the events were almost a month ago, but we still want to gather people's feedback. Even if you weren't at the event, what sort of things you'd like to see at the event, where you'd like them to be, and things like that. So we will get that form out as soon as possible to get people's feedback and suggestions, and then we can take those considerations when we are planning these upcoming events over the next few months.
Perfect. So I think that's it. Somehow, some way, these AMAs, which are only meant to be 20-30 minutes, end up going a grand old time, because it's just so lovely talking to all of you guys, right? So, merge to update. I think maybe T is best for that, but we are finalizing some things. We had the samples, I think, right? Returned, T, something along those lines.
Yeah, right now we're just kind of waiting on the samples. Or actually getting them in hand. We've been kind of focused on, all the champagne stuff and the Web3 claim stuff. But merch is the next big priority.
Yes, sir. That's pretty much it. Now the champagne merch sneak peeks. We'll try and get some out to you guys as soon as possible. Just want to clear the plushies, clear the NiftySlabs, clear the champagne, and then we can move on to that. Is the next direct point in line. Merch. I'm super hyped. I'm just gonna wear the SVS merch all day, every day. That's the plan, boys. Hopefully we can get some stuff maybe sent over before we go to Bali, right? Some samples, give some out, rock them over there. Might be a bit cringe actually that way, but yes. So on that note, I think we can close it off. So thank you, everyone. Hopefully my assless chap suggestion make the cut. Or maybe we need to get them custom made just for you. So yes. Okay, so
Get you some
thank you so
boxers.
SVS assless chaps. Okay, so anyway, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. I'm sorry I'm a little bit low on energy. I came back from Singapore this morning, haven't slept, been out all day attending some stuff. So yeah. On that note, we shall give you guys some update as soon as possible. The champagne purchasing process, burning process will be this week for sure. Fred has informed us already. And on that note, I think we're going to be closing it off. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in again this week. Love you all, and bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Quora!